What is happening, y'all? Welcome back to another tasty episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox 26 and Fox Local. We are in Montrose today, y'all. And in case you can't recognize where we are, I think this is one of the most unique dining rooms in the city. Chef Travis McShane, Ostia.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
This is beautiful. I love this room.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And let's get a little started.
Oh, what's this?
So we started this a couple months ago. So every guest that comes in at brunch and dinner gets a little sparkling rosé to get kicked off. We serve them in these little juice glasses because if you come to my house for a barbecue, this is how I drink.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right. Well, I'm going to taste it. Yeah. Oh,
Delicious, right?
Wait a minute. Let me see this bottle. Wait, we're going to start the show. Let's just take a look at the drink first. So this is really nice.
Yeah. So this is a special opening for you. So this one's a new one that our sommelier Bill just brought on, and as we were getting set up today, I saw it and I said, well, perfect time to try it.
Perfect timing to celebrate, because y'all know what I'm about to say next. This is the official Ostia HRW preview. Houston Restaurant Weeks is coming, y'all. I know it's only June, but we gotta start talking about these menus. This was one of the menus last year that we saw so much social media about. So many people telling us about you and your menus. Always a fan favorite, longtime supporter of Houston Restaurant Weeks.
So yeah, it's fun to do it. Yeah, it's fun to do it again. It's fun to, our menu changes so much anyways. So it's fun to do Restaurant Weeks because sometimes we change the menu in the middle of Restaurant Weeks to something as seasonal. So I think ours is a little bit unique because it might be a gnocchi at the beginning of the season of, August.
Summer,
and by the end of August, we've switched into, late season corn or something like that. So yeah, so it's pretty fun Restaurant Week. And, I think it gets good visibility at our lunches too, because I think people know us very well as a dinner place. I don't think everybody knows that we do lunch every 6 days that we're open. And it's a great little lunch spot, especially in this room that we're sitting now.
Great party room too. Yeah. And by swapping out your menu items on your HRW menu, you're also giving diners a chance to come back for a repeat visit, because that is also part of the game. All right, we're going to take a look at some of the appetizers that are on your 2025 Houston Restaurant Weeks menu. Menus go live, y'all, July 15th. So if you look on the Houston Restaurant Weeks website today, you'll see the 2024 menus, but I know everybody's waiting for the July 15th menu. So we're giving you previews of all of the 2025 menu items all through June, all through July, only on Fox 26 and Fox Local. All right, let's go on over to the foodie cam. Take a look. Oh, beautiful. Chef Travis.
Yeah, so one of the options that we always do is a salumi of some sort. So we source all of our salumis either from Italy or some amazing purveyors here in the Southeast that kind of been doing things. So the way the old world. So what we have here is a little copa that is from Tempesa. And so copa comes from the pork shoulder, if you will. And similar to a lot of salami flavors, this one is picante, so it has a little bit of spice to it. And it's served with our house-made focaccia. So this focaccia is, we brought the starter down from New York with us. It's been the same starter. It's made it through the freeze, made it through 2 hurricanes.
Everybody has starter stories.
We learned in New York during the big hurricane there that we should probably freeze some of the starter. Yeah. Because it can go dormant and you can bring it back to life. Yeah. So we did that.
Some of that stuff is like hundreds of years old.
And right? So this one is probably about 10 years old. Yeah. And so we make the focaccia 3 times a day. In the morning for lunch, we'll do another wave in the afternoon, and then one right before dinner. So by the time we get there, it might be the copa. We might be doing some prosciutto sandinelli, which is the cousin of prosciutto di Parma.
Yes.
We always do the sandinelli instead of the Parma. It's from a different region. It's a little bit more savory, less sweet. It's one of my favorites. Where we might be into like mortadella or something similar, but you can expect to see this on probably the lunch and dinner for an appetizer, because it's a good way to start your meal, especially if you have 2 people doing it. One get that, one get the salad, and kind of. I know we don't share if you're not doing it, but if you're both getting it,
if you're both getting it, I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, if you're going out with a group for HRW, everybody can get
you should get something different and share. And that's really how the food here is meant to be eaten at Ostia, is that it should really be a bunch of appetizers and pastas and stuff like that shared on the table and try it, right? It's a little bit kind of the goal behind our menu. So that's how I would recommend. I would recommend somebody get this, and then maybe somebody get the salads or something like that.
I love that. You know what? I've started walking into restaurants, and as soon as they hand me a menu, I don't even look at it anymore. I just ask the chef, what do you think I should try today?
Well, you can always, I mean, outside of restaurant weeks, you can always do that here too. We do what we call the family style menu.
Oh.
And so we usually recommend it for parties of 4 and up. But yeah, it's essentially, we just cook for you. And so it's, 4 or 5 appetizers, it's 2 pastas as a mid course, and there's entrees. Everything's sort of family style, very like, especially when you're sitting in the patio in the greenhouse. It's that very Italian al fresco vibe.
Sit down and enjoy.
So restaurant weeks, but if you do have a big group and you want to do that too, it's an option.
That's great to know. All right, let's take a look at another one of Chef Travis's appetizers on the Houston Restaurant Week's 2025 menu. They go live on July 15th, but we've got your exclusive sneak peek on the very popular Ostia menu. Chef, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is our take on a panzanella salad. So panzanella salad, I mean, it can be really anything, but it has to have one thing, and that's bread, right? The pan of the panzanella. So this is an old dish from Italy that was kind of a way for, it's all the best dishes from Italy are peasant dishes when you think about it, but it's a way to get rid of stale bread or stretch it out. And so what we do is we take all the focaccia that's left over at night. A lot of that gets converted into our croutons that you'll see in our Caesar salad, but these croutons are just slightly scaled out and then lightly toasted. It's tossed right now with some early season tomatoes, some peaches, a little bit of red onions, capers, and I like jalapenos and a lot of things. I found that Texas style food and Italian food go together very well. We both like acidic, spicy style food. So it's got a little bit of French mint.
I've never heard basil. A chef say that before.
And so, and so this is dressed with a little bit of champagne vinegar, a little bit of peach vinegar that we make. So throughout the season, all season long, whatever fruits or mostly fruits or onions or something like that we're using, we'll save either the pits or the roots, and we'll just make vinegars out of it.
Recycle them.
And so these peach pits were from last year's salads, and we make a vinegar out of that, and that's what we use to dress it. So light, bright, acidic, touch of heat from the jalapeno.
The mint.
So I personally, this is a little blasphemous to say for more of an Italian cuisine, I like basil, but I like mint more. And I found that mint in dishes that usually get basil really shine. It gives you that summery, fresh flavor.
It's like a zing.
But without the medicinal part of it. Because for me, basil can get very medicinal very quickly. So I still like it. I still utilize it. But I use a lot of mint in lieu of that. So, I mean, like even red sauce pastas and stuff like that, a lot of times we'll use mint instead.
I love that. Yeah. That's amazing. A lot of Italian influence here at Ostia.
So, when people ask us what our cuisine is, the easiest way to say it's my cuisine, but it is very leaned into Italian cuisine, right? The underlying ethos of the restaurant is Italian cuisine with a lot of New American California influence in the sense of those worlds kind of combine, right? It's about seasonality. It's about local. It's about simplistic manipulation of the food. It's not overdoing things. And that's the way we cook. We don't, we use good technique, but not overly complicated technique. Just let the food be what it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. Respect the food and actually taste it without overpowering it. And, you're very well known for your dishes. You're kind of, I like to call you the chef's chefs. So any any chef I talk to, out and about, when I ask them what's their most recent visit, a lot of them,
I appreciate
that. Ostia, Cultivare, that's another one.
We know Ryan and I come from the same
intro.
intro.
I know you do. I know.
We both come from the Jonathan Waxman tree, who is the godfather of American cuisine, who at one point was a California chef, and an Italian told him, you cook Italian food. He's like, no, I don't. It's like, yes, you do. Because it's the same, right? It's very similar in that sense. Yeah. Ryan and I come from the same tree. And I think as what we try to do is make things that are craveable and that you want to come back and eat regularly. But also I want people to leave Ostia saying, I can make that at home. Go home and try to create that dish at home. Maybe they hit it, maybe they don't. And then maybe they come back and like, all right, try it again. Okay. And then if they ask us, I'll tell them exactly how. Let me tell you something, Chef Travis. I don't care.
They're not making it at home like you're making it.
Well, I want them to go home and have fun and try to do it, and not look at something and be like, I can never make this at home. Because to me, that's not the point of food. It should be approachable. It should be fun. One of my favorite things that Jonathan ever taught me was restaurants. The word restaurant comes from, derivative of a Greek word that means restore. And that's really what our goal is to restore. It's restore life. It's restore energy. Let people come in and have fun and then leave happier than they were. So, the food should be serious in the sense that we respect it and love it, but it shouldn't be too serious. It's food. It should be a good time.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. All right, let's go on back to the Foodie Cam, taking a look at another dish on the Ostia Houston Restaurant Week's menu. What are we looking at, Chef?
Yeah, so this has been a staple from day one. All right, so this is our Caesar salad at Ostia. It is one that it's personally, to this day, one of my favorite things to eat when I'm here. So it's a Little Jim Caesar salad. So Little Jim, the derivative of basically the heart of romaine. So they manipulated the plant to basically just produce the heart of it. So it's like really sweet, buttery romaine. It's the croutons I mentioned earlier. So we take all the leftover focaccia and then we make a bagnacotta. So a bagnacotta is like a garlic and anchovy confit. It is tossed in that and then baked and then coated in pecorino when it comes out. So the croutons themselves are over the top, savory, a light anchovy dressing, very typical of a classic one, but a little bit on the lighter side. We don't want to eat cheese or Caesar dressing, so it eats a little lighter. And we just do a light grating of pecorino at the top. And it's served with a little boquerones, which, some people avoid them, but boquerones are the white Spanish anchovies. They're marinated instead of brined, so they have like a tart, buttery flavor to them. A little bit of fried capers.
This might be the most impressive Caesar salad.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's one of those ones that I go back and I'll eat the leftover that's in a bowl, or I'll make myself one. I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. So the reason why we started a Caesar salad, was when I was Chef Waxman's corporate chef. He had places in San Francisco, Atlanta, Nashville. I spent a lot of time traveling from New York to those places, and I would work 12, 14-hour days, and then I would get back to the hotel room. All the restaurants were closed. Restaurant hotel was closed, but room service was open. So I'd order a chicken Caesar salad or Caesar salad almost every night. It's so good, but everybody makes it so poorly. And I was just like, you know what? When we open, we're just going to make the best classic crunchy Caesar salad that we can make. And this is what we came up with. And it's been, a staple favorite. It's almost on every single table every night. At lunch, you can come in, and even with restaurant weeks, you can do an add-on. We do add-on chicken, steak. Sometimes it's shrimp, sometimes it's swordfish skewers added to it. So for lunch, it's a nice little protein salad. I recommend the steak with it. It's, everybody does chicken Caesar salad. It's delicious, but steak Caesar salad is where it's
the way to go. I haven't done steak Caesar. I think I need to do steak Caesar. This is outstanding. All right, time to look at some of the entrees. The big dogs that you're serving for Houston Restaurant Weeks 2025. Let's take a look at the Foodie Cam. All right, Chef, what are we looking at?
So we're going to start with kind of some of our lunch options. So burger, we about a year and a half, 2 years ago, decided, what the heck, let's put a burger on the lunch menu. And it's caught on and people love it. So we kind of seasonally rotate the burger. So this is kind of something we're not doing yet, but this is something I kind of foresee us getting into in the summertime. Just a really nice provolone style cheese, nice steak ground beef, cooked to medium. And then I made a little herb Dijonaise. So Dijonaise is like a mayonnaise Dijon mix. It's got tarragon, mint, basil, chives, all pureed in there. So kind of light and bright. And then some really nice spicy arugula, proper arugula.
I love spicy arugula.
Yeah, so we're getting this from a cool farm called Ives Creek Farms. They do a lot, especially specialization in hydroponics, but they do some dirt growing as well. And their arugula is dirt grown and it's spicy. It's the way arugula should be.
And it's spicy and it's long.
Yes.
Right? Like it has to be long for spicy, but short for not spicy.
Well, you can grow short spicy as well. Okay. It really has come down to is that we've been kind of cheated in the restaurant scenes for a long time with arugula.
Ooh.
Every restaurant used a big, won't say the 2-letter brand. They used it all out restaurants in the country, and everybody got used to that arugula. But if you get a farmer to grow it, it needs good sun. It needs not too much rain. So it does have some issues here in Houston. So it's a short season on it.
Okay. Because
it gets a little too wet, but you can get spicy arugula even on the short, kind of baby arugula. Funny story is I told my chefs, if I ever see that bag in our restaurant, I'm throwing it all away and I'll throw it away in a heartbeat.
That brand,
and it happened one time on a pinch and I threw it away and I'm like, we're just not going to use it. Right. Because, you go to Europe and you get arugula and it's spicy. It tastes like something and you can just dress it with a little bit of olive oil and stuff. So anyways, back to the burger.
Yeah.
So buns from Magnol Bakery, the best in town.
Shout out to Magnol.
Otto is the genius. He started, Aaron Bludorn convinced him to start making hamburger buns. And when I found that out, I'm like, well, here we go. And so,
that's really good.
Yeah, so the burger. So it's available at lunch only. We serve it with our crispy potato wedges that are always on the menu. So a little steak, almost like steak fries with it.
Like potato sliced and
skin on, sliced. When we were opening the restaurant, the potatoes were our biggest R&D. We wanted something between like rustic smashed potatoes, something like proper chips. And so it took us about like 10 days of cooking potatoes to finally find the right potato and yada yada.
Yeah.
But anyways,
got to do it.
The burger. It's kind of like not what you expect when you come to a pizza, pasta, more Italian fare place, but it is a good burger.
Yeah.
So
all right, I'm going to cut into it. Let's go ahead and check out another entree that's on Chef Travis's.
So gnocchi. So potato gnocchi. This one's made with a little bit of summer squash, toasted hazelnuts, some basil, and a Parmesan sauce. So Parmesan butter.
Yeah.
And so the gnocchi's been on since day one. Potato, flour, egg, classic. A little bit different. So we roll it, cut it, and then we freeze it. And then we pan fry it straight from frozen. So it gets nice and crispy on the outside and stays nice and fluffy.
I love gnocchi.
Yeah. It's a crowd favorite. It's one that sometimes we wish we could take off the menu, but it's one that I think will always be there.
They'll come back.
So this one is a good entree for if you're a vegetarian. It's typically, not always, but typically always have it as a veggie dish. We'll have this at lunch and dinner as an option.
I love the large pieces. A lot of times we see very small gnocchi. Is that just chef preference?
Yeah, it's just our preference. Okay. Yeah. So no real reason behind it, but
I like it.
So like still fluffy, but you get the crunchy outside. Simple.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good for kids too.
Good for kids. I actually, especially little kids.
Yeah.
Easy to eat.
What's your family dining scene here?
So we have a 2 and a 4-year-old. So
you do.
We do.
So you're in the trenches.
So we try to keep things accommodating for the kids here because I know how hard it is for adults to go somewhere and have a good meal.
My husband and I, we were out of the dining game for 5 years while our son was little. He's 9 now, but we're like, okay, we're not playing this game anymore.
Everybody was asking what's my favorite restaurant. I'm like, I don't know, I have a tuna for it.
Yeah, so. Who goes out? Yeah. Exactly.
No, but we do like a bambini pasta, butter noodle pasta. We do a cheese pizza. We have the burger. We can do plain steak, but really it's, pasta pomodoro. So we have things that work for kids. We don't have a kids menu, but we see a lot of kids will come just get a fish that's plain and stuff. And we can, our jobs as chefs is to adapt.
For sure. But you're also giving them quality ingredients. So you're kind of helping to educate their palate.
And the parents can eat a real meal instead
they can eat a real meal.
And have a glass of wine.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Chef Travis making magic over here at Ostia. Here we go. What are we looking at?
So this is a nice little summer swordfish. So it's kind of like a gazpacho. So we're just crushing some nice tomatoes, get all that liquid out, a little olive oil, some cucumbers that have been seasoned with a little bit of oregano and chili flake. So it's going to eat a lot like a gazpacho, but grilled swordfish. It's one of my favorites. I think it's an entry level fish for most, but when it's done right, it's delicious.
Yep. And swordfish, where do we get swordfish?
So this is coming from the Gulf. Okay. Most of our fish, almost all of our fish, the occasional stuff we'll get from the Pacific. Some we'll get from the Atlantic, kind of in the Carolinas. But this swordfish is coming from Florida.
The tomato.
Yeah.
It really comes
And so
through.
I would mix it all around. Again,
nice.
it's that gazpacho-like vibe, but a little bit more of that crunchy texture to it.
It's really nice. Yeah, absolutely. I love this. And this is on your regular menu?
So this is on our current menu now.
Yes.
So this might be derived into something later as we go closer to kind of late summer.
Yeah.
You might see it with some corn or something like that. But there will be a fish of some sort. It's usually light, bright. Again, pretty a la carte style.
Yep. Wonderful. Beautiful. Yep. All right. Back to the foodie cam.
So
one more dish.
The last is going to be the chicken with salsa verde. So again, another dish that's been on the menu since day one. It is one of our just pure a la carte meats. So nice chicken from North Texas, never brined, air chilled, cooked, roasted in our pizza oven. Finished with a little bit of Italian style salsa verde, some parsley, tarragon, oregano, some anchovies and capers, all just kind of marinated and chilled together. Drizzled over the top, squeezed a fresh lemon on it. Again, this one's one that we do a sauce on the side, or whatever's left over, we'll shred up and use for chicken salad or for Caesar salads the next day. This is one of the last odes to Jonathan Waxman, where my executive chef and I both came from. He's well known for this chicken and salsa verde. So we weren't going to do it at the beginning, and Jonathan was down here and he slapped me in the back of the head and said, "Why not?" So I said, "Sure, why not? Let's do it." So it's a staple. It's a lot for one person for lunch, but always tell people take it home. It's a great entree for dinner time. Again, this is one that I would say if you're getting it for restaurant week, have somebody else get something else because there's enough there
to try it. And you mentioned, we have to wrap up, but you mentioned your pizza oven.
Yeah.
That's something that's really worth taking a look at too. I don't know if any pizzas are going to be on your HRW menu.
If we do, we'll probably do it for lunch.
Yeah.
And
because your pizzas are really good and they've got a really good oven.
Yeah. And so today's the day our guy cleans the pizza oven. So I didn't want to catch them on fire and light it up today. So I didn't fire any pizzas today for you. I'm sorry. But we do have really good pizzas. Check out the Instagram.
For sure.
OCHOU. You'll see them on there. That Neapolitan, I call it a Neapolitan California style. Thin crust, bubbly, but still crunchy. It changes a lot too, but we always have cheese, margarita, pepperoni for kiddos.
For sure. That's definitely a big draw here. And the seating, the patio seating, it's great to bring a group and come here for some pizza
and we just, about a month ago, got a new grill. So we do pizza every day of the week now at nighttime. For a long time, it was lunch only, but now it's dinner, lunch and dinner.
Love that.
6 days a week.
Amazing. All right, y'all. This is one of the Houston Restaurant Week's menus. I promise you don't want to miss. Remember, menus go live on July 15th. You can still see the 2024 menus on our website right now if you want to get a little bit of a taste. But now's the time to start making your list so that you can dine out and do good, supporting the Houston Food Bank throughout the month of August. Remember, y'all, this is their biggest annual fundraiser, and it also helps you guys out too.
It does.
All right, you guys, see you next time on another episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox 26. Oh yeah, let's go. Ooh, cheers. This kept me happy the whole day.